Like, stay tuned, man. There's more of the scoop.
To return some videotapes. 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 Videotapes.
Welcome back, once again, one and all, to the glorious Strange Glow Video podcast. Really just Strange Glow Video on the Ecto Violence channel. We're your hosts, Alec and Justin.
Yeah, we haven't used the term podcast in quite a while since we're pretty much doing video for everything. And
yeah, it's just show, but like podcast show, it's kind of the same thing these days.
It's somewhat interchangeable, I would say, yeah, depending on the generation of person you're discussing with. But yeah, fair enough. What day is today?
Diane, it's 10:11 p.m., February 24th, entering the town of Laura Palmer, Twin Peaks. Well, everybody in the town entered her anyway. Jesus Christ, unfortunately.
There's been a few people there, yeah. All right, yeah, so we're celebrating Twin Peaks Day by discussing the pilot. So hopefully if you're in the chat, you've seen it. If not, it's definitely a must-watch if you're a fan of this program.
Yeah.
Or the show here.
We definitely have fans. I mean, I don't like to call my people who watch my channel fans. It makes me sound like, I have fans.
Pompous and arrogant, yeah.
But yeah, like viewers, let's say, or subscribers even. There's definitely subscribers that are interested in Twin Peaks because I've done several Twin Peaks videos and they've done pretty well. Some of the best videos on my channel were comparing the Blu-ray to the DVD set and then Firewalk with Me, the new 4K, stuff like that. Yeah, I did a video on how to watch Twin Peaks in what order and when to read the books as you watch the show and stuff, like where they fit in and stuff. So,
oh, nice. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, there's plenty of books out there. Go get those. There's the dossier.
They're expensive now.
Yeah, when we got those books, we got them post the return.
Well, they came out and they were like $35-$40 already. So that was like, it's kind of an expensive book, right? But they're worth it if you're a big fan. And then they they started popping up in clearance stores because they weren't selling well enough. So you could get these things for $1 or $2. Like Dollar Tree, people were randomly finding them and stuff. And then they all disappeared, went up in price. David Lynch died and they shot up. They like doubled in price again. Everything, Twin Peaks, anything mildly out of print went fucking through the roof. Like the VHS set I bought, that is... Because there's 2 VHS sets for Twin Peaks. There's one set that's just the first season, and I don't have that one. I would like to get it eventually, but, I'm not going to pay out of my ass for it. The one I have is the entire original series minus the pilot, which I have the pilot separate on VHS, but it is the international pilot on VHS.
Yeah.
Still cool to have. But
that's a very cool one to have on VHS,
those
actually, just because.
I bought that one for like $15, and I bought the other set for like $75, which I thought was expensive then, and that's at least doubled in price.
Yeah, easily. Yeah, so my Twin Peaks collection is, I don't want to say minimal. I've got both of those books that came out around the time of the return. I've got an old copy of Laura Palmer's diary.
Yeah, I do too.
I've got a digital copy of the Dale Cooper tapes just because finding a vintage copy of that has eluded me for a while when I was looking for it, and the pricing on it's so expensive. I'm just like...
You want a good copy of it, it's at damn near $100 now.
Yeah. I have one of the micro cassette recorders that they used in the series. They used a ton of different micro cassette recorders throughout the first season.
Yeah, I have a micro cassette recorder in there, but it is not one that's used in the series.
Yeah, I've got one that I tracked down that was used in the series, and some of them are only used like one episode. I don't know why they were going through so many of them, but I don't know if that was a prop master issue or what was going on with that. But either way, it's fine.
Yeah.
Then I got from Z to A, sorry. I can see that right now. It's on my physical media display. I've got some of my, I've got some of my smaller cases lined up, movies lined up, and then I've got some of the big box sets like on display there. So I've got the Alf box set on display, Twin Peaks on display, and then I've got some Twister memorabilia on display, and then I just bought another identical shelf. So I got to load that up and see what I'm going to fit on there. So it'll look nice when I'm done.
Yeah, I've got, out of my 2 Detolfs in here, one of them is just Alf. So
yeah,
there's a whole shelf that has my physical media, which has the original separate box sets,
mm-hmm.
and then the collector's edition that came out at Target that's the same versions as those, but it's more condensed in the 2 cases.
Oh, yeah.
With a different, with a slip cover. Then I have the DVD of Project Alf, and then I have that Shout set for Alf. But for Twin Peaks, I do have the gold set, but I don't have the first 2 releases of the first 2 seasons. I still need to get those.
Yeah, I may snag the gold set just to have it on DVD, just to say that, because I've got the Blu-ray set that the From Z to A re-release that didn't come with all the additional stuff. I also have a piece of sheet music from that, of some of the themes, which the score to this, man, like that's a whole conversation of itself.
Yeah, Angelo Badalamenti.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. And you think about other stuff he's done, right? Like the next one that comes to mind for me is this Christmas Vacation score.
I was going to say Dream Warriors.
Yeah, he's
fucking
done some...
everything we love. Like,
yeah. When you see that he's touched in there and like, he gets the surrealist ideology that this series captures, and he just does such a beautiful job with it.
Yeah.
And then he's able to capture like this, like that jazz vibe that he is able to capture too, right? He has like these big, like swooning, like themes in there, and it just like puts all the feels into you when you're watching this. Like it gets better and better every time you watch this, the better you know the score. Like that, especially the pilot specifically, like the pilot with the score being written for it there, it really just kind of sets the tone and is so good. When I did the rewatch, I was really just found myself enjoying that like at a very loud volume to like just take it all in. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I watched the 4K disc just now, actually, of the pilot.
Nice.
Yeah, nice in 4K.
Yeah, that's great.
It was enjoyable. I'm probably going to end up doing a full rewatch of the series, like I do almost every year. It's not as long as other series, so...
No, it's an easy one to get through, I would say, just as far as the overall.
If you're like not into Twin Peaks, you're like, what the fuck is this? It did, like the first time I watched it, I didn't get through it. I got through most of the first season and I was like,
Season 2 is tough on the first 2 watches, I would say, because there's a lot of like side stories and side quests that don't necessarily ever pay off. And
I love every one of them except the James and Evelyn subplot. When James leaves town and is like cheating on that woman, like cheating with that woman on her husband, but it's actually just like a ploy and they're trying to frame him. I don't give a fuck about that plot. That's the worst one.
Yeah. I almost wish they would edit that out, but at the same time, you're like, it's Lynch, just leave it be. But
well, that's the thing is like I don't even know if he was there during that time because at some point he left to go direct Wild at Heart because the network was pissing him off.
Yeah,
he came back at the end, and he kind of like obviously set the dream tone and stuff. But like Mark Frost and a bunch of the other writers kept it going pretty well. They just had to like do what they do. But I like sometimes do that myself where I forget that he's not the only person who wrote and directed for the first season, but he was for The Return and Fire Walk With Me. He was like, all right, well, I'm taking this back.
Yeah, and Mark Frost, you got to give him a lot of credit. Like, right, he did a good job with it.
And helped with The Return, obviously, but...
Yeah, and he's done the writing. Like, they had a good collaborative relationship there. But that's why season 2 is not as strong as, especially the first half of season 1. And then obviously The Return, I think, really is just something special. And Fire Walk with Me is great too.
The Return is like his magnum opus. It's like his peak, literally. It's everything. It's the culmination of everything he's ever worked on. Sort of like there's pieces of everything that he's made in that. I feel,
and
it works.
Yeah. He's got a few other books that I need to get. I think they've got a book of his art that I really want to get a copy of, and then I've got his book about meditation, which is a really good book. I really enjoyed that, especially after we talked to Billy Worth, like, exploring meditation as a practice to help your mental well-being and that. So that's a good read, but he's got a couple other ones out there that I need to snag and get in the collection.
Yeah, I need to, there's at least two sets that I need to get that I don't even have on any format, but The Art of David Lynch is a documentary about him. The Art of Lynch, I think it's called, maybe. And it's just like following him around, and it's just where a lot of those clips online you see come from. I need to get a copy of it and just own it. And then the short films of David Lynch is a collection put out by Criterion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be fascinating too.
I've seen a bunch of them, but
just to have it collected in the collection on the shelf is a good thing. Yeah.
And then he did 2 more television shows that are actually, only one of them has a DVD release. It's called Hotel Room.
Okay.
And it's, I think, only 4 episodes, but it's an anthology about a hotel. And Crispin Glover's in at least one of them. So I'm like, I want to see Crispin Glover act in some Lynch shit.
Oh, yeah.
Then the other one is a show called, I think, On the Air. And it stars, I believe, the guy who played Dick Tremaine. And both of these shows were in the early 90s as well.
Pre or post Twin Peaks, do you recall?
Post.
Okay.
Both very short-lived, 1 season each. And
yeah.
Basically like almost no physical media releases or anything. Super hard to find. You can find a VHS tape of the Hotel Room episodes, but it's like always $100 or more.
It's an expensive one. You know what? I was just curious because I've never sat down and like taken notes when I've watched this, but it's about 36 minutes in before we even see Dale Cooper in this pilot episode.
Oh yeah.
And that's fascinating because you realize like he is such a touchstone of the series. He has such a distinct style, and he's so good in this, Kyle MacLachlan is. And he's in 36 minutes in, it's like the third of the way through the episode. And really just, I would say that's his best role. I don't know if he's done anything better than that.
He announced the new book today too, actually.
Yeah, I did see that. That was very cool. I want to get that, his memoirs. So
pretty interesting. It's a picture of him holding up a picture of Cooper over half of his face for the cover.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very iconic role. It's probably his most, like, the most people come to him and are like, holy shit, it's you from Twin Peaks, because he's in other stuff, but it's not like, I mean, he's in Fallout now, so he probably does have a whole new group of people.
I hope his participation in Fallout gets a whole new generation of Twin Peaks fans, because I think that's going to open up the door for exploration. They'll be like, oh, who's this guy? Because he's good in there. I've watched the first season. I haven't watched the second season of Fallout, and interesting show. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, I have not watched all of it. I watched a few episodes, and I just kind of like, I don't remember what happened. I just started watching other shit.
So a quick detract here. We'll get back on the main road in a minute, but Liz was recommended to watch a show called From. It's on MGM Plus. So this show it's drawing some comparisons to Lost as far as tone and style and things like that. And it's still going. Like, so they got a new season coming out here pretty soon. The 4th season, I think, is what it is. Yeah. And so far, I've really enjoyed it. I think you would like it too. It's pretty fascinating. So just if you haven't heard of it, but I would go take a look at that because there's some strange things in it that you can tell there's like a Twin Peaks influence in some levels throughout the show.
Yeah. Oh, I've
So
heard of that. Yeah.
yeah.
Nick recommended that to me actually. Stars the guy from Lost, Harold Perrineau, the guy. He's a main character in Lost throughout it. Has very mixed feelings on his character in Lost too, but he's throughout on and off in Lost. Like I can't say without spoiling, but he plays a character named Michael.
Okay.
And his son is in it too, or he has a son and they both are characters who are crashed on the island. And it's, let me see who's created by John Griffin, but is there executive producers that are from Lost or something like that, or some writers, something like that? There's more than just him from Lost that worked on it too.
Sure, yeah, but so far it's a really good series, so I'm enjoying that. But I've definitely noticed some Lynch vibes in there for sure.
There's a series I'm pretty excited about coming out this year. I think just says it's upcoming, slated to premiere on Netflix in 2026. Premise is, in a seemingly picturesque retirement community, a group of unlikely heroes must band together to stop an otherworldly threat from stealing the one thing they don't have: time. So to me, it's like, and I should mention the Duffer Brothers are executive producers on this.
Okay.
So to me, it sounds like Stranger Things meets Cocoon.
Oh, yeah.
Stars Bill Pullman.
Oh, shit. Okay, good.
Gina Davis.
Oof.
Alfred Molina. Dennis O'Hare. Jenna Malone. Ed Begley Jr., Eric Edelstein, Dee Wallace.
Damn. Okay, so there's some heavy hitters in there.
Yeah. Like, that sounds
Nice.
fucking fascinating to me. Like, not on a Lynch level, but on a just sci-fi television.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys need to get your asses on Lost.
I think we're gonna visit that after we finish From. So we're on a trial subscription right now. So, but since there's several seasons, I think we're gonna have to at least go for a month with the AMC, or not AMC, but MGM Plus.
I was about to say Lost is also on, I think, Hulu. That's where I watch it.
Yeah. I've got Lost on Hulu in there. I'm talking about From, though. We're gonna finish that first before
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So
yeah, I'm
definitely
definitely
tough watching much of anything right now.
I've also been slowly rewatching X-Files, but because they are apparently doing a new, some sort of new incarnation of X-Files with Ryan Coogler. It's moving forward with a pilot at Hulu.
Yeah, so they have a pilot. They have announced one cast member on there, I think, one of the leads. So I'm excited for that. Wondering if that'll be in universe or just completely something else.
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be in universe, just so that they can, because Gillian Anderson's already been like, hell, I'll come back for Ryan Coogler's X-Files. So that to me says like she'd come back at some point, maybe for like a role every now and then when she helps out or something, not like a main role, but
yeah. And I thought when X-Files came back and it was doing short seasons, I enjoyed that quite a bit.
So did I.
So I'm disappointed they didn't do any more of those, but I was hoping they'd get to the point where they finished it all and like close out some of the bigger plot lines, but
yeah, I really do hope we see those. Jennifer Lynch has been talking about releasing the unrecorded night scripts.
Oh, okay.
As a book.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Which was to be his final project, and it's like, oh dear God, please. Please let it happen. It's the closest we'll ever get, and I want it so bad.
That is something that, let me ask you this then. Is there anybody that you would trust to take that project and actually bring it to fruition?
Probably not.
Okay.
I had to think of like, what directors could direct a David
pull
Lynch
off that
if it's
style,
if
yeah.
it's a TV show? Then I feel like I could pick up multiple directors.
Yeah.
So let me think about that. I would say Jane Schonenberg, director of I Saw the TV Glow.
Okay.
I would say Osgood Perkins, director of Long Legs and The Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. You could always have some people who directed some previous stuff come back, but also Mark Frost, have him direct some.
Yeah.
If Jennifer Lynch wants to direct any, give her a shot. She's directed a movie before, I think Boxing Helena, is that what it's called? And she wrote Laura Palmer's Diary. I don't know, you have any ideas? I mean, if you're doing that, fuck it, give Jordan Peele an episode.
Yeah.
What else gave me Twin Peaks vibes in the last? Whoever directed Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
And Coraline Fargay, the director of The Substance.
Okay.
And the director of Together as well, whoever that was.
Yeah, no, I think that's a very solid list. The other thing I was going to say is, like, I almost feel like you could get a no-name art school person in their young 20s that's, like, influenced by that to actually just get the vibe without having any other outsider influence, like, as their first big project. I would love to see some new names.
I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head, but the guy who directed Donnie Darko and The Box, and I think what's the other movie he directed that Kevin Smith pops up in? He directed some weird shit, but that guy.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think you got a good list there, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they should or would, though. It's hard to say, it's one of those things.
To me, it depends. Like, are they finished scripts? Is it like at the point where he had everything ready to go to shoot?
But even then, he's one of those guys that just like
does so much random shit on set.
Yeah.
And just makes decisions up by the seat of his pants. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's like
you'd almost have to try to mimic his style and just like let shit evolve as you shoot in order to capture that essence, because he did that all the time.
Yeah. I just don't know. Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a few people who directed shit like Ozark that'd be good on it.
Oh yeah, there's
some vibes there. Not supernatural, but you put some supernatural shit in Ozark, and it's kind of like gives me the Return vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where TV was at, though. At the time, it was kind of commenting on that, like all those shows like that, and Breaking Bad, and serious, violent dramas.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'd almost have to see the scripts too to see like who would fit that, because there's different levels of Lynch stuff, right? You're leaning more into the horror, surreal element, but there's some stuff beyond that too that might work, right? Because Twin Peaks is very soap opera.
But I'm thinking about where David Lynch was at now too.
Oh yeah,
like he did Twin Peaks: The Return.
Yeah,
the short film he did after that was What Did Jack Do? I think it's called. It's on Netflix. Him just like sitting there talking to a monkey about a murder on a train. Mulholland Drive, Inland Empire, those are so fucking weird. I just think that's where he was at with stuff.
His storytelling, yeah.
Yeah, I don't... Because Twin Peaks was more of a collaborative effort for sure, the original.
Mm-hmm.
But... yeah, I mean, it's not like he was going to come out with another Dune. Or The Straight Story or anything.
Yeah, for sure. I just don't think that was something that would work there for that.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's the thing. back when only season 1 of Stranger Things was out, I would have said the Duffer Brothers. But by the time you got what we have now, I would never let them near this shit. Fucking no way.
I'm torn on that because I get what you're saying 100%. But is there a possibility that they could just not go to that level?
I mean, it's possible because, you know, the guy who directed the fucking Hangover directed that Joker movie. It's possible to just know how to pivot and know what another art form is and just know that this isn't Stranger Things or something like that.
Yeah, and I felt like they felt the pressure for Stranger Things, and it just, I don't know, I feel like they almost got tired of it by the end. You know what I mean?
Possible.
You know, you're just like, what the fuck? We got to do more of this shit. Yeah, fascinating stuff.
Yeah. Who, they got a lot of new, like, A24's got Texas Chainsaw. Who do you want to see direct a new Texas Chainsaw from A24? Because that's a topic that people have been talking about recently. A lot of people are upset that they have that, but I made a video about it because I was like, it's just not a big deal to me, man, that they have this, because they've already made so many shitty Texas Chainsaw movies.
That is a franchise that is ripe for whatever.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw. Who directed Weapons? I would like to see their take on Texas Chainsaw because I like some of
Zach Krager. He's directing Resident Evil this year.
Yeah, I don't care about that. I'd be more interested in seeing what he would do with. I mean, I love Resident Evil, but until you get somebody that actually just wants to do this right and give us the video game story, which nobody wants to do. No one has the gumption to do that. The closest we got to that was George Romero's, and that
wasn't even actually. That was further away from, in my opinion, than the Paul versions. That Paul.
Yeah, I mean, there were some drastic changes in there, but
it had the mansion, but so did that movie. That fucking movie turned Chris Redfield into like a Native American who just like lived in the fucking woods nearby and shit. It was like,
true.
There are zombies. Like, I don't know, man. Seems very fucked. But
who knows?
He did a video game trailer that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Scream 7 coming out in 2 days. That's gonna be fun. And then Crystal Lake is supposedly gonna premiere this year.
Yeah, I don't think that'll be till fall, but
yeah, I'm guessing it's gonna be closer. We have 3 Friday the 13th this year.
Yeah, February, March, and I don't know when the third one is. I hope it's in October.
You're typing this in the too?
Yeah. March 20. Yeah, March, and then
November.
November. Okay, we'll put it out in November. That's near the end of the year. Debut it there. I'm good with that.
I was gonna say it's probably gonna be then. It's my guess. Because I gotta like prepare Friday the 13th content for that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to go through all those movies several times over. That's gonna be interesting and fun. I gotta do that with Evil Dead, I think in July, and Scary Movie in June.
It's crazy. They've already started shooting the next Evil Dead, even after this one.
Yeah, Evil Dead Burn and Evil Dead Wrath is the new one after that, right?
I'm not. They may be flip flopped.
I think Evil Dead Burn is the one that's coming out this summer, and Evil Dead Wrath is the one they just
started shooting. Yeah, that's right.
But it has different directors and stuff, and I imagine they're going to be unconnected. Like they're just going like kind of like the Hellraiser route, or where they just kind of like each story is like, or Leprechaun even,
Yeah.
Where the villain's the same and whatnot, but
you don't have to reference the other stories every time.
The premise and story and plot is a little bit different each time.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that, especially if Bruce Campbell's not gonna be in them,
Fuck it, I am too, because Evil Dead Rise, I liked a lot.
Mm-hmm. Hell, even the Evil Dead remake was good.
It's good.
mean,
Other
is it
people like it a
is it?
lot more than me, but I do like it.
I have a lot more appreciation for it now than when it came out.
I didn't even
Just
see that
because
one in theaters. I was like, eh.
neither did I, because I was like, if it doesn't have Ash in it, I don't give a fuck.
I was just down on remakes then too, which
I mean, we're never gonna escape them. So
no. I am not down on remakes now.
oh yeah.
I fucking love horror remakes. Some of them are my favorites. Hills Have Eyes is fucking fantastic. And I think
Mhm.
it's honestly maybe better than the original. That's a whole separate video to make in the future. But
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead, the remake, that's really fucking good. Friday the 13th, the remake. Honestly, if you haven't watched it in a while, you should revisit it. The only
I
one
enjoyed that.
I haven't revisited the Nightmare on Elm Street remake yet. But I'm going to have to do that at some point this year just to be like, what's my thoughts? I have not seen it since theaters.
I watched it in theaters, and then I watched it one other time at home,
Mhm.
and haven't watched it since. Is it the worst movie ever made? No. They just, I don't know. And Jackie Earl Haley, everyone loved him in.
He's good in Watchmen, and I think his portrayal of
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger is fine. I think the makeup, honestly, doesn't work as well as I understand what they were trying to do, but it just didn't work the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, they went
And
with
then-
the whole like realistic burn, like what do real burn victims look like?
Just
and
they-
it's just
They went too on the nose with the,
pedophilia.
Yeah, I didn't want to say the word, but yeah.
Well, we're live, so but yeah, I get you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We say it once, we're fine. Yeah, but that's a major issue with that movie, and it makes it uncomfortable in a way that's not scary. It's just gross.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you? Like
Mhm.
that's one of the main reasons I haven't want to rewatch that. I'm just like, to me, that's if you're a kid and you're watching that, that's terrifying. As an adult, you're just like, that's so nasty, especially with the state of current politics. I'm just like, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. I watched Hellraiser Inferno the other day.
Okay,
You seen that one?
which one's that one?
So, spoilers. If you haven't seen it, it'll spoil the whole movie, but it's a guy who's like trying to look for this child in a town. But like also it's a Hellraiser movie. So he's like found the puzzle box and he opens the box at one point and apparently from then on he's been in hell the whole movie.
Oh,
And it's
okay.
revealed at the end like how Pinhead's like, "Oh, bitch, you've been in hell this whole time. Prepare to live this shit over and over again. This is your life." And then it's like credits roll.
Okay.
I mean, it was I feel like I've watched that one before, but I couldn't be certain, and because I've seen like bits and pieces of all the Hellraisers, I think, except a couple of them, like the really recent ones they were doing, like the 2010s. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
Hellraiser Judgment and shit. Like I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, there's a significant number of movies in that franchise I have not watched.
I'd like to go and visit them all, but I think I only have like the first 6 or something, 5.
I know when that one came out a couple of years ago, we watched we watched the first 3 or 4 of them that came out, I think.
We watched the first 2. We didn't get to Hell on Earth or Bloodlines.
Okay.
But yeah, Inferno's the one I think after Bloodlines and maybe another. No. Inferno must be 5. Bloodlines is 4, right?
Mhm.
I'm not as well versed in Hellraiser. I really love the first 2, and I honestly really like the remake. The Blu-ray just came out of that from German label, I think Imprint.
Oh, okay.
So I would like to pick up a copy of that. I don't know if they might be all out or something like that. It might be a limited edition, but it's the first time it's been available on physical media.
Speaking of physical media, Netflix announced a couple of things: K-pop Demon Hunters and something else. So that's good news if we're hoping to get a full box set of Stranger Things ever.
It is, but it's also very funny that K-pop Demon Hunters is going Criterion.
It should have been a theatrical release. It was fucking dumb of them to put it on there to stream to begin with.
I thought it was
Like-
theatrical.
No, it was a Netflix exclusive.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird. No, I thought that shit was in theaters.
They may have done a short theatrical run there, I believe, but
It's produced by Sony for Netflix.
yeah, no, Sony should have put that in theaters for sure. Especially if you've seen any of the Spider-Man shit that they've done. It's in Spider-Man universe. Like, you had a chance to fucking release a movie that would have been the best thing theatrical. I mean, that would have probably broke at least $500 million in theaters.
They had a limited theatrical release because I knew people who, I swear to God, said they saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
So I thought that it was just in theaters, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it was almost like the Stranger Things thing that was like extremely limited. Either way, I've watched that movie a lot now and it gets better every time. So kids love it and it's good.
I'm hoping for season the box set of Stranger Things too then.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When I see that they're announcing more physical media, I'm like, okay, that's good news to see that they're still doing that. So
yeah.
I'm trying to think what I picked up recently. I picked up
I got Silent Night, Deadly Night in.
Yeah, I ordered, so I was looking at it. The Bill and Ted's 4K set is like $60 for 3 movies. There's a decent amount of extras on there and some extra discs and things like that. And I was like, these are kind of campy comedies. I don't necessarily need them 4K. So I spent $12 or $13 instead and got the 3-pack Blu-rays instead.
Much more worth it, to be honest, in my opinion. Unless you're going for special features and you're like, I really like that nice packaging. This is the top 5 film for me. Like Ghostbusters, you know. Yeah. I don't care. Even if that film wasn't a sci-fi film, if it was my favorite, I'm going to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Ghostbusters is not just Bill and Ted. Although I will say, Bill and Ted isn't just a standard comedy. It's not like having Superbad on 4K, you know what I mean? Or Vacation. No, sure. At least there is a sci-fi element. So I could see you justifying it, but honestly, I still think Blu-ray is enough. I will argue every day for Blu-ray.
No, that was my whole thing with it. When I was debating it, I was like, I like the packaging on it. I like that there's extra features in there, but I'm like, am I ever going to watch those special features more than once? So is it worth triple the cost of admission, quadruple the cost, whatever, you know, to get in there and get that set? And I was like, you know what? I'll just get the 3-pack Blu-rays. I'll be happy with it so I can watch them on disc, get the full picture quality, full sound quality, because, you know, those movies definitely deserve full quality sound.
Yeah.
And so I snagged those. Haven't gotten anything else. I've been looking at a few things. I've been waiting for Ninja Turtles to go on sale.
I grabbed the Scooby-Doo movies, the live-action ones on Blu-ray for $10, 2-pack.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because I only had a 2-pack of the DVDs before. It does make the CGI Scooby-Doo look worse, but the movie does look better overall.
Yeah, that's one of those movies that it was CGI for the time, and so the rest of the movie looks pretty good, but some of those effects just, you know, were limited to the rendering capabilities they had at the time. So I get that. I feel that.
It's one of those things I don't mind, though. It's like, I'm never going to buy that on 4K. However, Mortal Kombat Arrow Video is supposed to be cut and put out on 4K this year. What do you think about that? Hopefully it's a 2-pack with that and Annihilation, because I don't want to have to, like, just have the first one and buy another one later. I'd rather just have them put out a 2-pack.
Yeah, because to be honest with you, I watch Annihilation just because I have nostalgic vibes for it.
Yeah. But it is terrible.
It's not a good movie.
No, it's fucking awful, but it is. I had it on the other night while I was just editing shit, and I was like, yeah, dude, this fucking rules.
Speaking of Mortal Kombat, when the hell is that going to be out now? Because that was supposed to be out in October. May. Oh, okay. I figured it had to be coming up soon. I was like, you know, you need 6 extra months for...
Because I'm thinking that 4K is going to come out before that, hopefully.
Yeah.
And I can do some Mortal Kombat content leading up to that. Hey, what's up? Hold on, let me share the chat with my esteemed colleague here. Ghost in the Dark Hills. Yo, what's up? Opening night, Scream 7, can't wait. Tomorrow people will put leaks. Be careful. Oh, you should be careful already because I've already seen leaks. Pretty sure I know who the killers are. I will not say anything about that more, but be careful on the internet.
Yeah, Alec.
And
Alec
I am
told me
excited.
about that the other day.
I am still excited just because it's a Scream movie, and I am going opening night at the 6 p.m. like fan event showing where I'm sure it's just like I'm sure what they're going to do is show that Ice9 kills McKenna Grace music video and you get a poster, like an 11x7 or whatever.
I think it's all showings on Thursday night is what I saw, because when I was in my AMC app the other day, they had something about like opening night.
I don't think it is, because if you clicked the opening night fan thing, it only has the 6 p.m.s listed.
Oh, okay.
And it's based on also, because I've gone, I think last time I saw Scream, I went to a later showing and they had posters sitting there still. And I was like, I'm going to grab one of these, right? And they were like, no, it was only for the 6 o'clock showing. I was like, but they're just sitting here. Like, no one else is for the 6 o'clock now. This is like 9 p.m., bro.
Yeah, that's dumb. I would just take one anyway. What are they going to do?
Yeah.
Don't ask. Let me go look here. I'll go to my coming soon.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it says, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Opening night fan event.
Yeah. And it's like listed as being 10 minutes longer.
6 o'clock. Yeah, it's okay. That makes sense. Oh, that's silly. I hate it when they do that 6. Like 6 o'clock is fucking hard.
But it is. It's really early. It works great for me because I want to get there as early as possible, see this, and get home and start filming shit on it. But
well, I've got my kids, so I will not be able to go until probably 8 o'clock.
Yeah, feel that. I'm going to the theater we went to growing up, and maybe I'll hit up Half Price Books or something beforehand. I don't know.
Oh shit, there's a 7:45, so yeah, I'll do that. I'll just go ahead and get my ticket booked right now. Just gonna go ahead and do that right now.
What are you thinking about the popcorn buckets and stuff for this? I mean, I know that you're in a place where you're like, I'm not gonna buy all these fucking popcorn buckets and shit or anything, but thoughts on them still?
I love the popcorn buckets for the fact that it's getting people to go to the theaters. It's creating interest. It's helping drive theater business. There's some really cool ones out there. What is this one? It's Ghostface.
There's several.
Opening the door. Okay, the one I've seen is like Ghostface with the door that's supposed to like
store the
popcorn in the door.
I think that's like the Cinemark one. I'm not 100% sure.
Gotcha.
Because there's also one where it looks like Ghostface is just standing in a phone booth type shape. It's just popcorn goes around him. And then there's ones that are just like normal bucket shapes with Scream designs on them. There's a couple cups. Yeah. I think there's a cup that I want to get. That's just like a black cup with kind of looks ribbed on the sides or something, and then has just a ghost face mask coming off it. It's like a nice mold.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I think they're a great way to keep people going to theaters. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I've got a couple still. I got this one right here. This is the sarcophagus from Nosferatu. It's got like literally rats printed on the inside of it. I have a bat.
You got a rubber bat in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have any. I've got the Ghostbusters Ecto one from Afterlife, but I'm trying to sell that just because I just don't have anywhere good to display it now that I got my HasLab Ectos. So
I've got 2 of those right now. I need to sell one of them off, and then I've got the Wolverine blowjob Deadpool one, which I probably will sell off too eventually, just because what the fuck am I gonna do with that?
Yeah, no, I love it. If I had a nice home theater, that would be cool to like have those on display and like.
Oh, you can't see it, but I do have shit. What are you doing? I have the Beetlejuice handbook for the recently deceased one up there too.
Yeah, yeah. Some of those ones that are basic like that, I'm like, it's neat, but it's not amazing. So I like that there's some ingenuity with some of these. Some of them are better than others, but.
Well, right, like this. Honestly, it's just so cool looking. Like. It looks like a fucking sarcophagus, you know what I mean? Like, the detailing on there is fucking crazy for a fucking popcorn bucket. It's just goth as hell, so even... It's just cool decor, I mean, I'm sorry. But you know what I mean? So, but I don't go out of my way to buy them. I think that's the last one I bought. If you don't include that Ghostbusters Afterlife one I got in the sale of that set. And then
Yeah.
the Handbook of the Recently Deceased. I think that's it, other than Ecto 1 and the Wolverine one. And I have a Scream 6 cup that I got when we saw that.
Yeah.
A little ghost face figure on top.
Are they still saying movies are starting? Are they still doing the 30-minute disclaimer on these movies?
Shit,
Have you
I don't
noticed when you
know.
booked it?
Yeah. I did not notice.
Gotcha.
Because mine lapsed again, my fucking AMC thing.
Oh. Yeah.
I just bought. But the ticket was only $15.99. Sometimes they're like $20. I was like $15.99 for the fan event one was not bad.
Yeah. I'm going to do a 720, so because the theater's really close to where my kids stay, so that'll be easy to go there. Just going to get that booked right now while we're here. So yeah, it's booked.
So that's going to be fun. I will be doing a review that'll come out on the 27th, the day the film technically comes out, and then probably on the 28th I'll have a death ranking coming out for that film, and then on the Sunday probably a Ghostface Killers ranked, I would guess. Maybe
Okay.
Monday, but I'm also going to rank all the Scream films together again, so that's like 4 new videos to film in regards to Scream 7. And tomorrow I have a Scream 6 video coming out, so just to finish out those, I got through all of them this month. Glad I started at the beginning of the month. It took a long time because I also did a bunch of other Scream shit in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I think the last one will be when we discussed the movie on Tuesday night. So
yeah, full
next week.
spoiler discussion.
Yeah, we'll get into the details.
With everybody else, we can talk about it together with people in the chat. So
yeah, let's see. So Ghost in the Dark Kills. Yeah, you said you don't have social media, so that makes it easy for you. But if you're on, like, once Alex said he got spoiled, I haven't been on Instagram. Just been paying any attention on there just because I didn't want to get anything spoiled. So also been busy, which helps. Like, I like being busy because then I'm not worried about anything. I had a badass Scream 2 shirt from when that came out that I wore in high school. I've got a picture of me playing with my band with the blue mohawk of that, so I'll share that on social media on Thursday night. So
I got a Stab shirt that I ordered from my TeePublic store if you're interested. So it's the Stab movie logo. Sorry. That's what I'll be wearing that night, so that'll be fun. I do have a Ghostface mask, a couple actually around here. I have a glow-in-the-dark one and a regular one, but I don't know where they're at right now. They're both here somewhere.
Yeah, so I had that Ghostface mask growing up, and I don't know what happened to it. Did you have that one?
Hell no, I don't have that, because if I had that, I would be showing it off and making videos about how have the Ghostface mask that's worth hundreds of dollars or more. Because those early ones that, you know, the smell of that one.
Mm-hmm.
That vanilla smell, yeah. That's how you know it's worth money. That smell.
Yep. Yeah. No, I love those movies when they came out.
Yeah, I remember that mask.
Oh, so the 30th anniversary shirt will be dropping at 7 a.m. I'll have to order that tomorrow because I did think that was pretty cool. The World Tour one with all the victims.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully that'll ship and come after the movie, but I would like to get that. That'll be cool.
Yeah, I was happy my Stab shirt got here in time to wear to the event. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this movie. I think it's going to be good. It'll be fun no matter what, I think, right? Is it going to be great? Is it going to reinvent anything in this? I don't think it's going to reinvent anything in the franchise.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a hell of a good time to watch.
Have to share our picture of us and McKenna Grace.
Oh, yeah.
We've met somebody from the Scream movies now. I don't think I've met anybody else from any of the other ones that I'm aware of. Not yet, anyway. I almost did, because obviously Billy and Stu were at fucking Crypticon a couple years ago, and I just didn't get to go. I was broke.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, I don't think I've met anybody else.
We're in the same room as... Why am I drawing a blank on her name? Hang on. I'm losing my mind here.
Celeste O'Connor?
Yeah. Was she not in the same room when we were at the Afterlife premiere?
Yeah, she was. We just technically didn't talk to them. But
yeah.
Who else?
I've got her signature. I've got her. Actually, she wrote a letter to me because I helped crowdfund her music video. She did right after Ghostbusters Afterlife. She did a Ghostbusters video, and so like they're basically saying if you help crowdfund that, she'll write you a letter and get the autograph that way. So that's a pretty cool piece to have in the collection because it's not just like a signed photo; it's a personal handwritten letter.
Yeah,
so that's pretty sweet. Like having that in the collection. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good time. What website's selling that shirt? I need to look that up.
Oh God, I typed in Scream 7 merch and it's just movie theaters.
Yeah. There's a ton of the shirt reproductions already on TeePublic, but I'll try to get the regular one there. Are you going to watch all 6 tonight? That'll be cool. There you go.
Be sure, if you haven't already, to check out all my videos on them. I have a playlist dedicated to it, but I reviewed the first 3 films on VHS. Then I've also compared the first 3 films, VHS to DVD to Blu-ray to 4K. Recently, this month, I just went through and talked about every one of the 1 through 6. Well, the 6th one's coming out tomorrow, cool. So 5 came out today. It's sort of a how to fix 5 video. It's not called that.
Yeah.
Because I think it has one big glaring issue. But you'll have to watch the video to find out what that is.
Yeah, I can't tell you what that is right now.
And then Scream 6, that one's, I also think, has some issues. And I think this one, I can't make any prejudgments, but Kevin Williamson has said, like, oh, I'm not really worried about meta or commentary in this. I just want to follow Sydney's story, which just, that kind of worries me. But I'll reserve judgment till I actually see the film.
Yeah, that makes me wonder, like, did they completely rewrite this after they fired the other cast? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, how much of this story survived from what they were going to do otherwise anyway?
They definitely, Kevin Williamson definitely rewrote it from the previous writer's version. But I think they still, get credit and were involved and whatnot. And they weren't like, it's the directors that left for other reasons because they were getting like death threats and shit. I don't even think they left in like solidarity with Melissa Barrera. They were getting blamed for her leaving, even though it was the studio that fired her. And they were like, fuck this. I want no part in this. People are threatening to kill my children and shit. Fuck this.
Yeah, I totally get that. That's out of control nonsense.
Yeah. They're just being fucking literally like Richie from the fucking Scream movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I digress. You know what I've never watched is a Scream television series.
The MTV one?
Yeah, I never watched it. I've heard
Neither have I.
Mixed things.
Okay.
Generally, I don't like a lot of the teen drama shows, even if they're supernatural themed. There's a couple exceptions to that. I do like Buffy, and I want to actually go through and watch all that because I do know they're bringing that back. They're doing at least another season or a movie or something with Sarah Michelle Gellar. So,
yeah,
like I should watch that and get caught up on it. But the spinoff of that was like Angel, and then like the show Supernatural, not for me.
So I tried watching a couple episodes of Supernatural, and then once I saw how many seasons there were of that show and like how they just killed the characters over and over again all the time, I'm just like, that sounds exhausting. And I think I watched maybe 3 or 4 episodes, and I was just like, whatever. I'm not gonna dedicate my time to that. So yeah, the Scream thing, like to me, was like the same people also made a Teen Wolf show, and it's not like campy like the '80s movie. It's the same
Was it
concept,
the
but
same people? Damn, I didn't know that.
well, I don't know. It was for MTV as well. I know. It was
Oh,
like
okay, I
that
see what
same
you're
kind of
saying.
like MTV type of fucking like teenager type show.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Okay, so Scream 7 AMC. I'm looking at their merch. They have 2 cups. If you just look up AMC Scream 7
Oh, I'm
Ghost 7 or Ghostface concessions, I don't know. So there's 4 of them there. There's 2 popcorn buckets of 2 cups. And it is the one that you saw with him coming out from the door, which is a really cool one, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they got that. I'm going to their page right now.
They got that, and then they got the Ghostface, basically head and mask that opens up on the back.
Okay, that would be a cool one. I'd like to see that.
I do like both of those popcorn buckets, though. And the gripper cup. The cup with topper is less cool, but I have the Scream 6 topper cup, so there's a little Ghostface figurine that stands on top of it.
Yeah. That is another thing I do appreciate is the fact that movie theaters actually have some fucking movie merch now, like T-shirts and other things in there. I wish they'd sell more of it.
Yeah.
Just because if you're in there for the movie, I'd like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to see a band, I can buy a T-shirt. Like, why can't I do that for the movie?
For sure.
Like, prime example. So, like, super excited to see the new Mario movie because both my boys are huge into that, and they want to go opening day, and they moved that up a week or 10 days from April 10th to the 1st. So that comes out on a Wednesday before Easter weekend. So we're going to go right that. We're going to go early after school that day, I think. I might even leave work early so we can go. And
I'd say you should just pull a dad and pull him out for like a 2:00 showing.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Surprise him.
Yeah. Yeah. So I might. And then I was at Walmart the other day and they've already got some Mario Galaxy movie merchandise and that had like 4 or 5 shirt designs that are all for adults. And I was like, fuck. None of those will fit the kids. But they did have a pajama set that was like a T-shirt and shorts. And so I got them each a set of that. And so I was like, yeah, you'll be able to wear that to the movie if you want as a T-shirt. Like, I don't care. So they're super excited about having that. So
Nice.
yeah, Scream 7. So yeah, they got the cup with the topper. That looks all right. The Always Ahead popcorn bucket, I think, is my favorite. But that gripper cup looks solid too. Let Me In looks neat, but like I look at that and I'm like, if I'm gonna get one of those, I'm just gonna buy like the NECA Ghostface figure. Because then I can display it with other shit. Like that popcorn bucket looks cool, but I'm just like, I don't know.
I like it a lot, but I also just don't buy many toys. Although that they do have NECA does have a new Ghostface Returns coming out.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen it?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Look that up. NECA Ghostface Returns, because it's like a Batman Returns logo parody on the box.
Oh, cool.
But it has a bunch of different masks and accessories because it's not technically Scream, it's Ghostface, you know.
Yeah, that's its own thing. Yeah, so I've seen.
So it has a green mask for Stab. It has the stoner mask, has a diamond mask, and a bloody mask.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Different hands, an axe, a saw, knives.
Shit, yeah, it says you can get that at Targets right now. Add to cart, updated. It's a 8-inch figure too, and it's the soft goods. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sick looking, to be honest. I mean, I don't buy a lot of toys anymore, but I'd probably buy that if I had a bunch of money laying around.
It has a voice changer too. I don't know. I just feel like that would go well with my. I've got Freddy. I've got Beetlejuice. I don't think any of those are up here in this case. But yeah, for me, I feel like that would be cool to add into there. The icon of Halloween. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so Scream 7. It's pretty wild. It's where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
I do like. That's one thing I think people do take for granted a little bit with these is like, you know, the Halloween movies that were coming out, like when we're getting what's like sequels to movies that came out in the 70s originally, like that is just a gift to be able to see those in theaters. And the fact that they don't suck, it's incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they don't have to be the best movies ever made, but you know, it's fucked up. Halloween Ends is easily one of my favorite Halloween movies now. And people fucking hate that movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Easily one of my most rewatched, though. It's crazy.
Yeah. I will say controversially, because I've seen a lot of people stack ranking the Freddy's movies, just like in the Nightmare on Elm Street, like Reddit thread or whatever, and everyone's like, everyone has fucking Freddy's Dead as their least favorite. They're not including the remake on there either, but I'm just like, I love Freddy's Dead. It's one of my favorites. And in all honesty, I would watch 1, 2, and then Freddy's Dead is my first choice of viewing order.
I was gonna say, give me your fucking quick ranking. Like, doesn't have, not definitive or anything, but I'm not gonna hold you to it. But
yeah, no, I would just say Freddy's Dead is my third favorite in the franchise because I love how it's basically satire of itself. It feels like Mel Brooks directed a fucking horror movie in some moments of it.
Also,
it's so fucking absurd.
Did you know that it was heavily inspired by Twin Peaks director Rachel Talalay?
Oh, really? She said that?
She said that, yes. Very fascinating. Because of like the quirkiness of the characters in the small town little area that they're in. There's other elements too, but
small town vibes, I get that, and then like how weird people are in the town.
I get that. I like Freddy's Dead, and I did a whole video on it on my channel. Freddy's Dead deserves an apology because I think it does, but 1 and 2 are interchangeable for the first 2 spots for me. Like, I think 1 is more original, obviously, but I think 2 is my favorite of the franchise, like, now. And then,
I think 2 has better pacing overall, I would say. Because 1, there's some slow parts in 1 that kind of drag it out, almost like the original Halloween, where you're like, you could tighten this up a little bit.
So I'd probably say 2, 1. Freddy vs. Jason, Dream Warriors, Freddy's Dead, Dream Master. Well, not. New Nightmare, Dream Master, Dream Child remake.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's some good shit out there, man. I mean,
hopefully we'll get a Freddy vs. Jason 4K on from Arrow this year. I have not been buying Friday the 13th movies on 4K, but they've been slowly pushing them out.
Yeah, I'm still. You're boycotting the newest Scream. Okay, interesting.
I understand why.
Yeah,
and we are. Just because I'm going to see the new Scream isn't an indication of how I feel about that political situation. And we were both very pissed off. Like, for a long time, I was like, I don't even know if I want to see this movie because I'm so fucking annoyed at this situation.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, this is a thing that has happened with fucking every horror franchise. If you want to just not watch a movie franchise because somebody was fucked over once, that's honestly fine. Because this is a little more than a personal beef, obviously, because it's a political statement. And then firing someone based on that, I've found completely fucked up and very annoying because I side with Melissa Barrera 100%. But at the same time, I don't think she was that worried about it. I think she's like fine with moving on from these movies. Same with Jenna Ortega. Jenna Ortega's like, I don't need to be in a fucking slasher franchise anymore, bitch. I'm the fucking star of Wednesday. Like, I've got shit going on. I'm in the new Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Yeah, she's got options. But I totally understand why, though. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get people that feel that way. like I said, I have mixed feelings on it for a very long time, but at some point, like Scream is one of my favorite franchises of all time. And like I said, a lot of people have been fucked out of roles and out of shit. Like, you know how much I love Crispin Glover and want to kick Bob Gale's ass for him, but I still watch Back to the Future 2 and 3.
It's fucked, isn't it? Yeah, it's just one of those things where you...
But that being said, I'm not out here watching Jeepers Creepers. You know, I didn't see the new Dracula because that guy is a fucking sexual predator. So fuck that guy, that director. You know, the only movie of his that I'll ever watch again is probably going to be Fifth Element. That's a movie he directed, and I have a DVD of it. I'll never buy a new one. But
well, it's even harder to watch that after you read about him because...
That's the thing. You got to draw the line somewhere, and I draw my line at fucking sexual predators. I'm not watching their films. I'm not watching animal abusers or any abusers' films that I can avoid.
I like the Fifth Element, but he groomed her on set.
Yeah.
He basically used her to get where he's going. And man.
Yeah, as Lynn Anderson says, fuck Jeepers. I will say fuck Jeepers Creepers because I think I have a DVD of the first movie and maybe a VHS, but I have never reviewed it on this channel because I don't want to promote it. I don't want to talk about it. It's annoying too because, you know, you like that movie. You like Justin Long in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an iconic movie. It's an iconic moment for a lot of people, but like I'm moving along from that one. I just don't care about it enough. It's not good enough. Like that guy did some really fucking horrendous shit too. So
yeah, this new Dracula that I brought up, and you know, I was like, oh, I saw the trailer for it, and then you know, it's got Willem Dafoe in it, right? Is that who I said was in it?
No, Christoph Waltz, I think. And
because once you told me about that, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna skip that then.
The guy who played Dracula, he was Caleb. What's his name? Caleb something. He was in Caleb Landry. He's in Twin Peaks: The Return. Mm-hmm. He's Shelley's daughter's cokehead boyfriend. He's in The Dead Don't Die. He's the gas station kid who's obsessed with horror movies. He's in Get Out. He's like the brother who's super annoying. You know, he's a very good actor, and I was disappointed that he was in that movie.
That does suck. I mean, but you look at it right now, you look at the overall state of politics.
Oh, yeah, Lynn Anderson had said that he was in Twin Peaks, sorry.
Yeah, it's just disappointing how much of this bullshit goes on.
Oh, he's also in X-Men. Sorry.
Damn.
First Class. Okay. Banshee. Yeah. I don't know. It is an interesting discussion to have. Where do I draw the line with directors and people and stuff? Like I said, I'm seeing Scream 7, although I do 100% take Melissa Barrera's side. In fact, one of the few films I've ever promoted on this channel for a company was a film starring Melissa Barrera, Your Monster. I got sent a screener for that. Thought it was a great little film. I think it's on HBO Max these days, if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
And then the Radio Silence guys directed Abigail. I went and saw that. Loved it. And then they're doing Ready or Not 2 that's about to come out. And I actually haven't seen the first one. I'm going to watch it and review it for this channel in anticipation of that because that new one looks good. It has Elijah Wood in it.
Yeah, I want to see that too. I did not see the first one, but after seeing the trailer for the second one, I'm like, oh, okay. That has my interest in a way that the first one, I was like...
I don't know if I saw trailers for the first one. I just heard the title and it doesn't sound... like it's just vague. I don't know what the fuck that means, you know? So.
Well, and I think I saw the trailer for it. I'm just like, okay. It didn't catch my attention and no one in my circle was like, hey, you have to check out this movie.
Yeah.
And to me, if I miss shit in the theaters, I rely on like that circle of people I trust to say, hey, this is something you like. And no one said that to me and was like, hey, you need to watch this.
Yeah.
So to me, I was like, okay. Like, there's got to be some buzz.
Yeah. It's very interesting. There's lots of people I won't watch new movies of.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things to consider, like Brett Ratner, who has that fucking Melania film out right now. That guy directed the Rush Hour movies, first couple X-Men movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yet there's pictures of him out now on Epstein's island, or at least hanging out on a couch with his arm around Epstein. You know what I mean? Which is no surprise because he was canceled a decade ago for allegations. So it's like, and this is the guy they chose to direct Melania, like handpicked.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
and
like,
it's
because he's in on the shit. He's not going to portray any of that.
I made the mistake of watching part of the State of the Union earlier.
Oh boy,
with Ruta, and it's just not good, man. It's not good for your mental health. It's
no,
not good.
I literally decided I'm not going to watch it. You know what I'll do? I'll wait a couple days and I'll watch the Daily Show clips on YouTube about it.
That's a good call. But I also watched that and I'm thinking, like, have you heard about like the Life Touch fallout? The photography company, like they've had all kinds of canceling Life Touch and like ending their contracts, not renewing contracts because so the only thing being held responsible in the United States right now over all this bullshit is Life Touch, a photo company. And I'm like, you don't give a fuck about anybody else. You're not calling for anyone in like offices to be pulled, but you care about it because a company that has people that are taking photos, like you can not use Life Touch all you want. Those photographers and everybody else are just going to go work for somebody else if you're not going to book them. So, I mean, pick your rage, but like, and I have no interest in Life Touch myself. Like, I don't give a fuck one way or the other, but I just think it's fascinating that that's like the only thing like seeing any repercussion in the United States. Splinter 2008 was a horror. Okay. I'll have to look into that.
There, aside from mainstream horror, this year I'm going to be getting into some more analog horror and some more Japanese horror.
Okay, yeah.
So the guy who directed Noroi the Curse, I'm going to get into some of his other films. I think Occult is one of them. I've saved him on a couple lists. There's some other horror. Because I've really enjoyed Japanese horror, to be honest. Like, there's something very interesting and comforting to me about 2000s Japanese films, and I don't know what it is, because it can be a Godzilla film from that era, or a horror film, but I don't know what it is. It just sits right with me, and it's fucked up, because it can be a really messed up horror movie.
Yeah, but I think that's when you started getting into horror, and I think that was still like coming out of your Dragon Ball Z era and getting into more horror and other stuff. I think that kind of gives you those nostalgic vibes for that, I think, at least from my perspective.
That's possible.
So
we're going to get into some more of that, and Lake Mungo is a film that people have been recommending to me for a long time, but I've not seen. And they've even said I should do a comparison video between that and the plot of Twin Peaks. And it is I think it's a found footage analog horror film. So I'm going to try to find a copy of that to review.
Nice.
And maybe do some dissections on. I got a copy of The Grudge recently, which I don't know if I've seen The Grudge, the American one. All right, any of them, to be honest.
I think I've seen...
Like, I might have seen one, like,
at least one.
Clips of some of it back in the day, where like somebody at the house was watching it and I walked around, you know. Very familiar with the Ring movies. Yes.
Okay, then I've seen the version she's in. I've seen that first one then. I liked it.
Yeah. I do. I really like The Ring as well. Both Ringu and The Ring. I haven't seen any of the sequels, but I've seen both of those.
I haven't seen the original. I need to see that. I do like the American version, though. That's a good, creepy movie.
And it stars Naomi Watts. Incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't? Naomi Watts just fucking slept on for so long by me.
Well,
she showed up in Twin Peaks: The Return, and I was like, this is a very famous actor, and I don't recognize her. And then ever since then...
You've corrected?
Well, like, I had seen Mulholland Drive, I think, once before I watched The Return.
Oh, okay.
She's in that, you know. She's in The Ring. So I had seen her in The Ring, but I didn't recognize her from it. because it had just been a while.
Mm-hmm.
She's in a fair amount of just random shit too. So
yeah, and like she's got a pretty solid fucking resume, right? And you look at it.
King Kong from Peter Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's in some shit.
Yeah.
And then we've got, they're making another Lord of the Rings movie, another live action.
Really? What's this one based on?
It's based on I think it's a 16-year gap in the first Lord of the Rings movie where Gandalf is looking for Gollum and questions about the ring.
Oh, okay.
I believe that's when it's supposed to take place. Because in the film, it doesn't feel like there's that much long of a gap. It feels like maybe he's gone a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It doesn't really explain that to you.
But that's what happens there. And I think that's... So Sir Ian McKellen's coming back. Robert Smigel, I think, is actually not only starring, but directing. And
oh, okay.
Yeah, what's that called?
So it's supposed to be in line with the others. It's not something separate. Okay. That's fascinating.
It is The Hunt for Gollum. Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. December 17th, 2027. Directed by and starring Andy Serkis. Did I say Robert Smigel? That's fucking hilarious, because you know that Robert Smiegel's the guy who plays fucking Triumph the Insult Comic Dog.
Yeah.
And I confused them because he plays Gollum, and it's like, a guy who's playing a creature.
Yeah, I get you. It's all good.
That's fucking hilarious to me. Give me the ring for me to poop on.
You have a great, great movie for me to poop on.
That's good shit.
Yeah, and here comes Cat Butt.
Yeah.
It's like, all right. Well, I think that's a good stopping point here. I think we've got a lot to look forward to the next week, going into the next several weeks, and looking forward to seeing this and see what the hell happens with it. Also watching Twin Peaks again, since I watched the pilot, and catching up on more of the show From, which is interesting. I think we're on episodes 8, I think is the next one, maybe. So.
Well, that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna continue working on this shit. See Scream 7. I have all those Scream 7 videos coming out. And then I will be moving on to Leprechaun for the month of March, but I also have other stuff. It won't just be strictly Leprechaun. Got a video on the Clue VCR board game, the Lost Season 5 Dharma Initiative set, the Harold and Kumar Escape Guantanamo Bay Blu-ray, which has a choose-your-own-adventure type special feature.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Any of those I find in my collection, I'm like, oh, I got to do a video about this.
Yeah.
Love that shit.
Yeah, that's the beauty of physical media. You got all these options there that just doesn't always translate or get thrown into the streaming world.
Oh, and Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island Blu-ray review I've already shot. I just need to edit, so.
There you go. Well, awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in tonight, and thanks for chatting, everybody. And we'll see you back at it next week with our thoughts on Scream. And then obviously stay tuned to the Ecto Violence channel. Alec has plenty more content coming your way between now and then.
Good night, everybody. And have a pleasant tomorrow.
Then.